So I did not abort my son, of course. And I determined that I was gonna be a very good mother. I was like very stubborn and determined. So I tried to continue to go to school. I had I even went on to like a pregnant girl school at the time, and then after I had him, I got two jobs to take care of him. I worked at IHOP and I worked at a pizza restaurant. Um, I was just really determined to take care of him. I was still with his father after I had him. Mind you, I was 16 years old then when I had him. Um, but I guess having him made me become just a little bit more mature, more more serious about life and more responsible. I wrote him a book when I was little, of the way that I wanted him to be or things that I felt like he should know, um, to help him in life. So I started to be more serious after I had him. I would go to the library and take out like little lullaby songs and play it for him because I wanted him to be smart and read him books and all the little things like that. I would watch him when he was asleep and make sure he wasn't dying from sudden infant death syndrome, things like that. I mean, I was a serious mother at 16 years old. I wasn't playing with my baby. So, um, his father at the time, he was still, I mean, he was what, 3 years older than me. He was still a teenager. So he got a job working like for the railroad. But then he saw a mouse at the job, and so he quit. He quit the job, and he saw the mouse because he was scared of the mouse. And so at that point in time, I just determined like that he didn't have enough ambition and he wasn't mature enough to be with me because my mentality was like, I don't care what happens, I need a job, I need money to take care of my child. So whatever I have to do, I'll do it. So at 17 years old, I moved out with my son. Um, and I mean, actually, I had a few lessons before I moved out of my mother's home. Like, I used to take him to his little babysitter, and it might be cold, and I'd be walking to his babysitter, and my mother and myself out there drive right past us. We'd be walking in cold, and it used to hurt my little heart, but it just made me stronger. And I mean, God had blessed me with, and I still didn't know about God a lot at all. I knew, I mean, I was saying prayers. I was saying some prayers. I didn't know, all of what I was doing, but I was shooting up some, saying some things. Please, 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 don't let this be, don't. But not, I didn't really know anything about praying then. Uh, God did bless me with a really good babysitter because I went with my son's father to find a babysitter. And we went to meet this one lady, and he's like, yeah, yeah, let's go with her. She's like a mama. Look, she looks like a mama. He's young. So we went with this lady, and like shortly after that, my son was coming up with diaper rashes, and I'm like, no. And I would pop up like in the middle of the day to see what was going on, and she wouldn't be there. So I got my baby out of there, and I was like praying, wanting a really good babysitter, somebody that would take care of him like me or better. And I went to check out some other few people, and it was like something was letting me know, like when people that just didn't seem right. I don't know what it was back then, but something was letting me know, like, no, not her. No. So finally, I met this one lady, and I believe she was a blessing from God because it was like she would care for him just like how I would. Like she was like a mother for real. So I felt, and she was older than me, so I felt really good about being able to leave and do what I had to do and leave him over there. Um,